Hi, I'm Kirly Sue. I'm a vegan cook, author, and social media influencer from London, England. I have what you might call a healthy obsession with food. I love the different smells, tastes, and textures, and I'm not alone because according to the Vegan Society, the number of vegans in the UK has quadrupled between 2014 and 2019. In 2018, the UK launched more vegan products than any other nation. So nowadays, vegan food is so much more than just stereotypical tofu and salad. As this series is being filmed during the global coronavirus pandemic, I am virtually sitting down with vegan food producers and people with an interest in veganism to talk about their vegan journey. I then cook a vegan dish, and then floral and interior designer Audrey Williams joins me virtually to make a stylish table setting for the vegan dish I have just created. Welcome to Kirly Sue's Plant-Based Show. So joining us today is Pastor Sam Davis, who is the former president of the South England Conference. He's been a pastor for many years. He was also youth director, amongst many things. He lived in South Africa for a while, and he now lives in Spain and has a health farm. So welcome all the way from Spain, Pastor Sam Davis.
Thank you. Delighted to be with you, Susan. Good to see you. And, of course, seeing you takes us back to our Youth Federation days when I trained up you guys, right?
Okay, yes, you did. Yeah, we'll say. Yeah. So I know now you have a health farm called Una Centa. Tell us about that.
Yes, so Una Centa came about, when I made the transition from formal ministry into retirement. We looked for a place where we could teach people how to live and pursue a healthy lifestyle. And you will recall that on my journey, I've lost over 31 kilos in weight. And so having been able to achieve that, I wanted to be able to pass that on, the how on to other individuals, because I was not living a healthy lifestyle. So really, Una Centa is two Spanish words that we have put together, because when in English we were looking for a title for the name of the business, 180, and everybody is called 180. We just couldn't find a 180. So we thought, okay, we like the concept. So we put uno for one,
yeah,
ochenta for 80, ochienta. So uno centa is 180, and it really talks about a 180-degree turn. So we would like that people who come here will experience a 180-degree turn in terms of their lifestyle practice. Also, if they don't know God, they'll do a 180, come to know Him. So that's the whole concept behind Una Centa.
That's brilliant. So are you running any programs at the moment?
Yes, so I've just started doing the detox program. As we go through life, we are taking in environmental toxins, we're taking in toxins, maybe in the cosmetics, if we're not careful, in cosmetics, the toothpaste, also in our foods, the foods that we eat, we're taking in toxins all the time. So it's always good to be able to have a detox. And you remember, I don't know if you're from another generation, Suzanne, but when I was growing up, my parents would give us what was called a washout. So
they'll give you a what? Sorry, say that again.
Washout was we would get
washout. Yes, I do know what that is.
We would get washed out. That's right. And my dad did not explain to us the rationale behind the washout. We just knew that it was awful. And so, of course, as an adult, I stopped doing it, but really the modern term is the detox. So really you're cleansing the colon, and you're getting rid of toxic waste in the body. And the quickest way to healing is through elimination. So we eliminate through the breathing, we eliminate through our skin, the skin being the biggest organ on the body, then our liver, through the kidneys, so we're eliminating all the time. And if you cannot eliminate those wastes, that comes into the body, you will get sick. And so many people are sick just as a result of toxemia. The body is toxic. A lot of the allergies that we're suffering from is because the body is toxic. So, for example, I was suffering from sleep apnea. I was suffering from hay fever. And that was 5 years ago. So once I went through that cleanse, I've not had those problems since.
That's amazing. Just through a detox. So,
through the detox.
So some people's body must be like a complete dustbin then.
Absolutely, 100%, 100%. You know, because you're accumulating all that waste. Now, remember that one of the things that people are doing also is that they're eating a lot of refined foods, which then, because it's not got the roughage and the nutrients in the food, we say that we are well fed but malnourished. So the body is not getting all the nutrients that it should. You're just creating inflammation through the white flour products, the cakes, the sweets, and all these things. So every one of us, to be honest, could do with a detox.
Do you know, I never made the connection between washouts, because my parents actually used to do that. I hated it as well. And it almost felt like a punishment, because I thought, what have I done now? It was terrible. And they used different things, and I used to think,
absolutely.
I used to think, why are they making me do this? I thought, these people are wicked, you know. But that's what I thought as a child.
Absolutely, Susan, absolutely. And with my dad, we graduated to Barker's Liquid of Life. It was the bitterest, most horrible thing on the planet I've ever tasted. And my dad would put us through that. So, of course, as a child, you want to get away. You want to get away from that. And he never did explain to us, and maybe he himself didn't know, but, you know, he would have passed it on because it's generational, you know, so he would have had that done as he was growing up. But really, all of us need to have that cleanse. So when I went through the cleanse, one of the things we don't realize is that, so you're expelling toxins through the skin. So when you go for a run, when you're really doing a good exercise, you're getting toxins out through the skin. So a sauna is a very healthy thing to do because you're then getting those toxins out through the skin. When you cleanse the colon, that is the posh word for the washout. You know, which we didn't make the link.
No, because now you describe it as a detox. I thought, oh yeah, of course. I mean, I'm sure there's much more, easier or much more humane. For want of a better term.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So on a detox diet, what are some examples of the sorts of things? Because some people may think, oh, if it's on a detox diet, I'm going to be hungry for the whole time. And, you know, I'm going to have things that I don't want. So I'm sure that's not true. But just for people who are curious, what's a typical sort of thing you would have on a detox diet?
Okay, good question. So what happens on the detox program? We start off with 2 days of juicing. Okay, so we'll do a fruit juice in the morning. So let me take you through. You know, you'll get up in the morning. You will have you do a stomach cleanse with a lemon juice. You know, so you put lemon juice in water, warm water, and that's just to cleanse the stomach. And then for your breakfast, typically you may have let's say apple and orange juice mix, or with a little ginger, because ginger is a very good anti-inflammatory, so you can, and it adds a nice flavor to the drink. You know, so that's in the morning. So you do your fruit juice in the morning. That also helps to control your sugar levels when you go on to take vegetable juices. So for lunch, you'll have your vegetable juice, and then in the evening again, you'll have a vegetable juice. So you'll find that, and then in between, you're drinking your water, you're drinking your herbal teas and so on. So you're flushing the system. But there's also the other thing that you're doing. You see, what happens is when you're putting on weight, the body stores its toxic waste in the fatty tissues of the body. You know, so when you are on a detox and you're just doing your juicing, then the body says, well, I need to survive. I need to live. So it begins to draw on those toxins and begin to flush them out of the system using them. Yeah, so they're being flushed out. So 2 days of juicing. The other benefit of that is that the stomach is the most abused organ in the body. So we wake up in the morning, we have breakfast, let's say at 8 o'clock, and then by 10 o'clock we're snacking again. Then 12 o'clock we're having lunch. 3 o'clock tea break, and then when you leave work at 5 o'clock, you buy a little chocolate on the way home and a packet of crisps, and then you have dinner at home. And then some people may even have something just as they're about to get into bed. No wonder we're sick, Susan. So what we're doing, and remember, so the stomach uses a lot of energy to digest that food. So when you're really giving the stomach rest, and all that energy now can go into healing and repairing the body.
Right. Okay. So what I also wanted to know is, are there any other programs or products that you're working with or offering at the moment?
Yeah. So with the detox program, I do a lot of teaching as I go around. I'm teaching in the churches. People ask me to do health presentations. So, but we've just finished one detox program, and I was just amazed, Susan, at the results that people were talking about. One lady shared how, her breathlessness was gone. Her diabetes was now under control. So the blood sugar levels had come down to normal. High blood pressure was back to normal. And, she suffered with acid reflux. That was now under control. Another lady said that my asthma is so much better. On the detox program, I didn't have to use my inhaler. So, and if you take my own results, as I said, 5 years ago, I was suffering with sleep apnea. I was suffering with hay fever. I had other things going on. I haven't had those things since then.
You look completely different, because when I remember you from about probably 5-10 years ago, it's like somebody else. You're completely different.
Yeah, and people would say that, they said, Pastor, I saw you, but I didn't recognize you. I didn't know it was you. I thought maybe it's somebody who looks like him. It has been amazing.
Yeah, it's like my sister Claudia. She's lost 5, almost 6 stones, and people see her and they look confused. It's like she recognizes them, but they look at her and are not sure who it is. Or somebody said to me, or somebody who knew her before she lost the weight said, that person you always sit next to in church? I went, my sister. They went, no, the other lady. I'm like, who? Because I sit in the corner. I said, that's my sister. They're like, oh my goodness, I didn't even realize it was her. But you see the transformation.
Absolutely. Now, and if I could go back to your question where you said, well, what about the hunger? Can I do this without feeling hungry? Of course, you may, your stomach's going to tell you that you need to eat now or you're going to die, but you've got to be in charge. So somebody has said hunger is up here, not down here. Hunger is in the mind, and you've got to tell yourself that we will go through this. And I think the beautiful thing about what we do on the WhatsApp group is that everybody will share, this is my breakfast, this is my juice this morning, this is my salad, this is my fruit salad, this is my lunch. And so people have created some really artistic work, and you're a chef yourself, so you're used to doing that. And so you're inspired to say, well, this person can create this. Let me see what I can do. I even got myself involved in putting a little out there, and I'm not artistic, So people were really, really pumped up, and they said the group just carried me through, So it really is wonderful. But the benefits, and that's the main thing, the benefits that come.
So people can join this program from anywhere in the world if it's via WhatsApp then?
I've got one from America contacted me to say I'm in.
That's
so
brilliant.
The only thing is the time lag for her. So when we're doing lunch, it'll be breakfast there. But we can overcome that. She can still post her creations and still be incentivized by the group.
No, that's brilliant. So we've come more or less to the end of our time. It's gone by so quickly. It's been wonderful to hear from you. and the brilliant work that you're doing to help people basically reset and, you know,
Absolutely.
eat healthier, live longer. And basically it's the way God wanted us to live in the first place. But unfortunately, society has kind of moved us away. But we need to come back to basics and just eating just good food.
100%, Susan. Yeah. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Also, we have Unocenta oil if the folks want to get in touch with me also about that. We have olive oil grown on the land without any preservatives, without pesticides, just natural. So do get in touch.
So yes, I'm sure people will get in touch with you. So thank you so much. It's been wonderful to hear and see you today. So yes, take care.
Okay. God bless you.
Thank you. Today I'm going to make for you a Nourish Bowl. Now Nourish Bowl comes under different names: Buddha Bowl, Grain Bowl. They're quite similar. They all have whole grains, vegetables, proteins, seasoning sauces, and a little extra something, some kind of sauce. So today I'm going to make a Nourish Bowl using these ingredients. So first of all, I've got some lettuce leaves. So these are the long little gem lettuce leaves, and I've also got some spinach leaves as well. So I'm going to alternate between the lettuce and the spinach leaves so you get that variation in the shades of green as we go around. So just do that here. So just tuck them in so they just go over the edge of the bowl like that. Just keep going until you're all the way around the bowl, just like that. And then another spinach and another lettuce till it's like that. Now when you put the lettuce in, it tends to kind of go down in a slope, so to make sure everything is kind of flat, put some more spinach leaves or lettuce leaves, whichever you have, into the middle, just like this. Do this. Right, now we're ready to put in the rest of the ingredients. So I've got some sweet baby peppers here, so I'm just going to place those here, one red and one orange. Then I've got some cherry tomatoes, which I'm just going to put over here. I love cherry tomatoes. I don't really like tomatoes, you know, the regular sized tomatoes, people just pick them up and eat them. I don't like that. But cherry tomatoes, I will do that, which doesn't make any sense really, but that's just the way I like them. Put those in. Then we're going to put in some purple coleslaw, which is basically coleslaw made using purple cabbage. So put that there, because we eat with our eyes as well as our mouths, so the colours always look very appetizing when you have all the different colours. And the saying goes, eat a rainbow, so why not? And I've got here some steamed buckwheat, so that's a really good healthy option to add in as well. And if you're new to eating buckwheat, you just can add a little bit, you don't have to add loads. I'll put that here. And we've got some cooked chickpeas as well, which we're going to add in the middle, like that. And if you don't have chickpeas, you can always add another pea instead. So you just tuck this down a little bit. You can always tweak it as you go along. And then our final ingredient to keep it Caribbean is I've got some slices of green banana that I've boiled and sprinkled with some smoked paprika. I just place over here, just like that. There you go. Just arrange our cherry tomatoes so we can see everything. And that's it. That's our grain bowl. So this is a really good way to encourage children to eat more vegetables, encourage yourselves as adults to eat more vegetables, and it's also really good for using up leftovers as well. So you would add a sauce of your choice to this. You can either have it on the side or just drizzle it over the top. And then the final thing I'm going to add is some toasted sesame seeds. Just a quick couple of pinches over the top like that. And this is healthy easy to make, and really tasty too. And that's our Nourish Bowl. So here we have a natural tablescape that we are going to do for our meal today. And you might have noticed straight away that we've been using dried flowers and all sorts of natural elements. So let's dive into the design. The showpiece of the table is this gorgeous dried arrangement, which has been done in a lovely wicker and twig basket, and that's been lined, and there's some foam in there, and all these dried elements have been put in. We've got twigs, we've got thistles, we've got ligurius, we've got wheat, all sorts of dried elements, and dried palm leaves as well, just to give that gorgeous look to your design and table. And we've repeated that design by taking some of those elements and put them along the table. So how I've done that is I've done some decorated jam jars, which is in some natural lace, and in here I've taken some of the wheat, some of the ligurius and some of the dried palm and popped that in here. And then to balance the table, I've done that here. So if you wanted to do a variation of this design, you could make those smaller ones and run them along the table. That would work equally well. I've also made some small table decks. They can be takeaways or just to decorate your table. And again, I've used the palms and I've used the ligurius and the wheat and other dried cotton balls just to decorate the table. Tie that together with some raffia ribbon and place it on the table. So that can be a gift, and as I said, you can have that to decorate in your home as well. So that's just bringing all the dried flowers in through the design. Through them, running through the spine of the table is this lovely Hessian cloth and runner, and that's just running right the way through, and that pulls the whole design together. Also, we've got placemats made out of wicker and basket weaving, and that's just again placed on the table. It's a different texture, but it's still got the natural element in the design. So now let's add our Nourish Bowl to the table. I hope you've enjoyed this natural tablescape and it's something that you could try at home. Enjoy.
Follow me on social media. On Instagram, I'm at Kirly Sue's Kitchen, and on YouTube, I'm Kirly Sue's Kitchen. And my website is www.kirlysueskitchen.co.uk. Also follow Audrey on social media. On Instagram, she's AudreyW_Flowers2Interiors. On YouTube is Audrey Williams Flowers to Interiors, and her website is awflowers2interiors.com.